Look, a deer. Okay. How to get my workout in. Okay. Back. This is Lazy Boy Production. Come at you. So, I wanted to go ahead and let it be known that I'm going to be calling this series Tubi Adventures. I'll watch Tubi cartoons and give you my playback. Now, some good stuff there, but it's old school. So, if you have seen this, hey, you've seen it. If you haven't, this is a good way from some good recommendations. So yeah, so here it goes. Tubi Adventures. It's your boy Deon Brown from Lazy Boy Productions, aka Lazy Boy Brown, Lazy Man Brown. We'll work on it. So anyway, today was Justice League Fatal 5, or Justice League versus Fatal 5. If I had to say, I highly enjoyed it. Ooh, that was not good. That glare. Boy. Okay, let's not do that again. But yeah, Justice League versus the Fatal 5. It was good. It's solid. I give it 8 out of 10. I give it 8 out of 10 because Jessica Cruz in it, I feel like DC has something with her. The movie all made me think about was DC has something there. And if they really wanted to, they should push her as the current Green Lantern. And then you have, because people always say about how DC heroes, they don't have enough depth to them. They don't have enough turmoil, which, in my opinion, always sometimes feels like it just means you want your characters to be broken. And I get it. You don't like your characters being, how can I say it, perfect, which to each their own. And I get it. But to me, you want your characters to kind of be like, have true flaws. With that in mind, I think you have something with Jessica Cruz. I think you could go the route. They did it in the comics, but if they kind of sometimes keep it up a little bit, I think it would be kind of an interesting, like if they went kind of like a JJK route, where for people who don't know Jujutsu Kaisen, where it's she has the condition that she has. I apologize, I don't know what it is, but she has her condition. With that condition, she has the Green Lantern ring, have whatever was possessing inside originally, and every once in a while, and she has to keep fighting against that, which is her condition, and whatever inside keep constantly fighting with, telling her like, you're not good enough, and she has to keep telling herself, yes I am, or she has to sometimes tell the inner voice of like, yo, shut up. Now, I'm not saying do that every single issue or for every single iteration, but bring it up every once in a while. And how about she actually, in my opinion, draws from the power a little bit, just like Jujutsu Kaisen, because technically speaking, I know in the comics she wasn't a Green Lantern because her willpower was that strong. It became there because whatever was inside of that ring, like a parallax sort of thing, ended up choosing her. And if you think about it, that's what grew her willpower stronger. So at some point you could see her willpower being that strong, or being very strong. I feel like going forward, DC, when introducing a new versions or trying to introduce new characters, she should be in those iterations or wanting a different Green Lantern, but they should not disregard the other lanterns. I think it's imperative that DC always makes acknowledgments that there have been other Green Lanterns, or there are other Green Lanterns that are off-world. That's just my personal opinion. But back to Justice League vs. Fatal 5. Like I said, I heavily enjoyed it. Like people said, it's a nice callback to the Justice League cartoon, because I'm pretty sure it's set in the same universe. I'm pretty sure. I love that DC used Mr. Terrific. For those who don't know, I am a fan of Mr. Terrific. He kind of sometimes runs into the issue where, if you ask me, he's like the Batman, where you have characters and Batman falls into this category of, they're great at everything they do. everything that they do, everything that they know, they just get it like that. And it's not bad, but sometimes it just feels like a cop-out. Instead of having the characters focus on a few good things here and there, you have them focus on having your characters know every little thing. Like, for instance, they're great at martial arts. They know over 50 different martial arts. They know IT. They know computer science. They know how to be doctors. They know how to be this. They know how to be that. It's like, I have 20 degrees, 20 different I know over 100 different martial arts. To me, it just becomes to the point where, for me, it's just like, scale it back a little bit, guys. Just scale it back, because they're regular humans, and on top of being regular humans, there's not enough time in the day, in my opinion, to be that great at every single thing. I don't mind if you understand things. I don't mind if you dabble in it. But when you get to that point, that's too much that you're piling on a character, in my honest to God opinion. It's like when you have characters who have too many superpowers or too many powers, and I'm like, okay, like, it becomes too much. Like, sometimes even with Superman, you're just like, actually, take that out with Superman. I'm okay with Superman a little bit, but even then, like, actually, no, I'll put Superman in there. That'll be another video. Justice vs. Fate 5, but yeah, back to that. It's a good movie. I love the villains. The villains, people probably would say they're one-dimensional, but I'm okay with that. But they did have a focus. This was really more telling from the perspective of, I want to say, the heroes, because you can see that it's kind of a call out to, I think, in our times of shift, of where stories are now being told from the perspective of, you have a condition. And by condition, I mean, like, say you have Alzheimer's or schizophrenia, or you're dealing with some type of psychological problem. I feel like this pretty much is called back to, or not even a callback, this is drawing from more modern storytellers that talk about those type of issues, which, it's fine and all, but sometimes they could do overboard with it. But this go around, they did it just enough to where I'm like, okay, cool. They keep the story at a good pace. The action is still there. They didn't do it to where it's always about the psychological problem. And then next thing you know, all the action is taking a back seat to that psychological, their psychological journey. I think it's a good callback to, no, not a good callback, I'm sorry. But overall, I would say it was a good series. I can't stop saying it. Overall, it was a nice sit down for if you got nothing to do and you want to watch something, watch that. You want to feel like a nostalgia of Justice League, watch that. Tell me what y'all thought of the movie, and thank you for tuning in. Well, this is your channel, Lazy Boy Productions, and you guys have a great day.